We are Anthony and Amy. We are converting our sitting room relay into an off-grid camper van. You should join us on our journey and watch as we work on it over the next few months. We have absolutely no experience, so if we can convert a van, you can do it too.
So because the LED that I wired up in the beginning renders itself useless now that this is finishing the circuit here, I've got behind it and I've fed it back through. I've broken the tape, I need to refoil that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it into here and have it here to start the bedroom LED. So we're going to have them either side of the bed for each other. There's like reading lights. And they're going to have the switches built in, so we pretty much just need to run one wire to one, and we should be able to connect one to the other, and then there's no need to run a switch for them because they'll already have one. As you can hear, it's a really miserable day today. It's been like this for the whole week so far, but we're managing to just run into the garage, cut the wood and run back into the van, and we've laid like a towel to not wet the ply. Even though you can't help but get it wet. Amy's just doing what we've done previously with these. She's now doing them here, just for support. She's adding Sikaflex to the bottom. Sikaflex to the bottom of here, wood glue and pocket jig to there. And then we're also going to try and get this side finished. And now it looks even more like spaghetti junction over here because we've had everyone extra wires, but it's all behind the framing, up and over. And this is for the bathroom LED light which is going in there. These are just the daisy chain for the normal LEDs, but then there's lights to switches and stuff what goes here. Feel happy to see that this didn't leak once, and we've left a little gap just to keep checking on it. As you can hear, the weather is bad. But we're just going to keep an eye on it before we're finally at the vapor barrier over the top. But it's all bone dry, which is good. Just keep double checking now and again. Check the screws, check all around the plywood. I think it's safe to say I'm not running in the garage at the minute. So our LED lights have came today, and we've just went out and bought a 9-volt battery so that we can test that all the lights work. So Amy's just doing that now. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? The lights we got already came with spare connectors on, so it's going to save a little bit of time. Today is a new day working on the van. We did think, right, we'll get one job done at a time. Today we wanted to come in and do the framing and finish all that off. But then we've came into the van and then we're like, right, we need to finish the reflectix before we can finish the framing. But before we finish the reflectix, I think we've just decided on a Truma combi boiler, which is what we had in the motorhome. And for that, we remember from having the motorhome, it needs a 12-volt wire as well, so it can run on the 12-volt. Because when you use the gas, the fan kicks in from 12 volts, so we're going to need to run a wire there first, then the reflectix, and then the framing. So that's what we're going to do today.
So what we've just done is we've ran a 230-volt wire from the wheel arch behind our buttons to come out here for a Truma boiler, and also the black thin wire is a 12-volt for the Truma boiler. So this is where it's going to sit. But further along, we've decided this is going to be a charging station. So we've got another plug socket and we've got a USB wire, the 12-volt wire, and then we'll just charge everything under here.
Under the seat on a shelf maybe. So we're now just going to test and see if this fits. Hopefully our measurements are right. Let's see. I did think I measured a little, slightly bit more.
Just put these behind you.
Right.
That is fine.
So to add the ply for this side with the wheel arch, we're going to be putting a hole in for the wires to come through. Amy's just scribed out with a pencil, so we held the ply up against the wheel arch here, and then we had a long pencil and just scribed like a rough line all the way around just to get the height of the wheel arch. And then Amy's going over it now and just making it a better arch than it was, and rubbing out any mistakes so we don't get confused when we're cutting. So yeah, we're going to get that cut out, and then that's that ply done. We've already got this ply done, but we're not screwing it on today yet. We're going to need to go back and get some more wood, get some more 9mm ply for here, because we've run out. But we'll get them to cut the perfect size for us, so without the wheel arch, so we'll have to do the wheel arch. Yeah, we're going to get that cut out now. What are you doing now?
Cutting out the wheel arch.
Good stuff that, well done.
Thank you.
I was a bit scared because this was coming pretty close, but it looked closer than it was, to be honest. Good stuff that, all in one shot.
Thanks.
Overall with that cut, we're actually really happy. The only thing is that Amy's now drawn on top of is because this little bit where the pencil is now just needs a little bit more off, and then that's going to be a really good fit. What we're doing is we're doing it to below the bolts, below the brackets, and then from there onwards it's going to be cladding. But what we need to also do is take each bolt out one by one and countersink the holes so the bolts sink in more, because as you can see they stick out quite a bit. And obviously if for example if we were to put the ply on there, it would make it stick out a lot. So but the cladding is then going to be from there all the way up and across the ceiling. So Amy's going to do that little niggly bit now. After a few attempts, we've finally managed to do it. There's going to be a wheel arch box here anyway, so how that looks doesn't really matter, but I don't know, we overthink things and we just want stuff to look a bit better.
Right, so this afternoon we've got a bit spare time because Chico's getting looked after, so we're going to make a start on the flooring. What we're going to do first is with this sander, sand it all down. Let's go!
Now all of that's been roughly sanded and hoovered. So this is our flooring. We've chosen to go for a laminate effect. It's quite thicker than the usual vinyl because we paid a little bit more money for it, because it needs to be a bit more hardwiring than normal lino. For our L3H2, we're doing the full floor of the van all the way to the back of the garage, and we've got 3.7 metres by 2 metres, and this is to give us plenty either side and front and back. Yeah, we're going to get it open and we're just going to jump in and do it. This is what I mean about it being a bit more hardwiring. This is like a thick carpeted backing, and if you look, it still looks flimsy, but it's not. It's pretty more durable. But yeah, this is the colour. Don't know if it does it justice on camera, but it's like a lightish dark grey. This is the adhesive we're going to be using to stick down the lino. It's from Frank's Factory Flooring, and so is the vinyl. Yeah, he said we'd only need 1 tin for this size flooring anyway. So let's get to it. Right, so not long after starting we've realised that for us, I don't know, it's best that we've took it off the roll. The roll's here, because it sticks out the van quite a lot, and we need to have a lot sticking up here to be able to cut like nice flush edges. And obviously this is wider than the van, which is a pain at the minute, so taking it off the roll, because the roll stuck out a lot anyway. I'm thinking that's better. Yeah, we'll get cracking on now. Right, so because it was a big pain with it folding, bending, because it's more durable, it's a bit more, it doesn't have as much give. So what we did is, like a bed sheet, Amy got that corner and that corner, I got this corner and this corner, and we just held it in the middle and let each side drop. And now if you look, that's laid it out perfectly for us. And as you can see, the 3.7 meters gives us all of this at this end, and it's folded up that end, but we'll figure it out. And the 2 meters wide has give us this height, which has got to go around and stick up a little bit, and this height on this side, so it's more than enough. Obviously more is better than less. You happy?
Very.
Woohoo! Yeah, shoes off Amy. Amy making the first ever cut on 9/0. We're giving ourselves a lot more than what we should, just to stay on the safe side. We can trim everything down afterwards, but we just want to get it laid in and then tidy it up after. We want to get around the wheel arches perfect, but wheel arch boxes are going over the top of it. So we'll try and do our best job, and that's all we can do, try our best. So now we're going to cut on this. So we've remembered our camera today. I'm not sure what the footage is going to be like from Amy's phone, but it seemed alright to be fair. So this is where we're at. It's a new day. It started getting dark, so we left it for another day, which is today. We're just going to go around making sure it's a flush fit everywhere. I need to trim the back doors, we need to trim the side, and then yeah, we'll get it all glued and fitted. We'll put a quick time lapse now of us trimming all of it down and gluing it. This is where we're now at. That's our scrap pile. Really happy with the way it looks and the way it fits. Obviously we're absolute beginners, and the way we've cut it, it's not exactly perfect, but it is where you're going to be able to see it. So we're going to get cracking now and glue it down. Right, so to glue this vinyl down, just been reading the instructions, but also we've pulled half of it back, and then we're going to spray this side on the lino vinyl, and then we're going to spray the wood and then slowly move it up. We've took our shoes off because obviously want to look after it. So yeah, we'll just work our way up to the top, spraying. I think you've got to wait like 2 to 5 minutes, but say we wait 3 minutes, let it get ready to bond, and then you push it and smooth it down. And we've took our shoes off as well because we can use our feet to like push it out and get it smooth. And then when we get all the way to the top, we'll do the same this side from about halfway and spray the vinyl, spray the floor, and then work our way towards the back. So we'll do that now in a quick time lapse. We did run out of the other one, so one wasn't enough, unless we've been using too much. And that's the vinyl flooring now complete. Looking good. How do you feel?
Very happy.
I'm really happy with the result. Looks really nice. And obviously the bottom half of the ply is going to sandwich, so we've left overlap, which doesn't really matter. It'll sandwich on top of that and it'll look like a smooth finish.
This is where we're going to leave today's video, so thank you all for watching. Please hit the like button to support our channel, and if you would like to see future videos, please hit subscribe and the notification bell.